Hello traders, my joy and pleasure being with you on this beautiful January 22nd, 2019. In this webinar, I will show you how you can take advantage of market rallies and market crashes with price action and Fibonacci on any instrument, any platform, and any time frame. But first, I would like to remind you that everything I show you in this webinar is to educate you about price action and Fibonacci. I'm not a financial advisor. I utilize what I teach for my own investments, and I work with traders daily, just like I did this morning. All the testimonies you see from other students throughout the website and throughout the webinar had been shared for years and years and years, from beginner to hedge fund trader, and no one had ever been compensated for any testimonials, ever. So, if you feel lost in the markets, if you feel like you can never ever figure out the markets, if you feel exhausted chasing markets, if you can't understand why markets or stocks are collapsing despite excellent earnings, and why markets are rallying despite negative news, there are no surprises, because markets had been doing this non-stop since 2018. Here's a very powerful reminder what played out on Apple since 2015 and 2016, and where is Apple now? Do you remember Apple in 2015, 2016 at key Fibonacci support, when Apple comes out with the worst earnings in 13 years? This is Apple at the start of 2018, doubled in value, frozen at key Fibonacci resistance. This is ultimate, most important Fibonacci levels. In order for Apple to become major trend, in order for bullish rally to skyrocket, Apple must break through this level. Which exactly what Apple does in 2018, as earnings continue being excellent. Shock or not, Fibonacci identified these levels months in advance. What else do you see months in advance? Reversal zone is next, which is what Apple reaches 6 months later and comes out with excellent earnings. However, spectacular earnings don't mean a thing as Apple starts crashing into oblivion. This is what Apple does next. Selling off. Why? Oh, why? Simple. Fibonacci reversal zone identified months in advance to reached. This is the reason I name this proprietary Fibonacci level reversal zone, because price collapsing completely 80+% of the time. And this is what we address throughout webinar on multiple stocks, on any time frame, any instrument, as price action remains the same, because lessons on Apple had been very powerful. Do not base decision on news alone. Do not base decision on fundamentals or earnings. If those worked, every single person on the planet would be Bill Gates. As we all know extremely well, Apple went into free fall. Why? Because Fibonacci reversal zone said so. Market is flawless Fibonacci puzzle. And that's what you will see in this webinar, as we see how Apple crashed, multiple instruments did so in 2018 without any surprise, because Fibonacci said so. So, if you are tired of losing money, this webinar is for you. If you are tired of chasing markets, I don't blame you. If you are tired of stress and sweaty palms, every trader that I work with feels this way. If you are tired of speculation because it is never ever working, you came to the right place. I don't blame you if staring at the screen, not producing any results, if searching for Holy Grail does not exist. Because exact same formula applies to success in trading. Knowledge is power. So, if you're ready to take charge of your trading, if you're ready to stop stressing out about the markets, if you're ready to trade indicator free on any instrument and understand what price action telling you for entry and using Fibonacci for exits, and you're ready to become profitable no matter what you trade, you came to the right place. Here is a reminder why. Here is market this morning. This is S&P hourly chart. Here is another chart. No one knows what this is. No one will ever be able to tell what it is. Because this looks exactly the same as S&P hourly, the most popular day trading instrument in US. What do these charts have in common? They both have price. This is in fact top stock on the planet. It's Apple, traders. How could no one recognize this is Apple? In fact, if I remove the name from the chart, it all looks the same. It doesn't matter if it's euro, it doesn't matter if it's pound, it doesn't matter if it's cryptocurrency. It all looks exactly the same. This is what I recognized in 07 when markets started selling off. That every instrument is the same because top stocks on the planet were in free fall. This was Chesapeake Energy, top energy stock in US. Why in the world did it go into free fall? Simple. Fibonacci reversal zone had been reached. This is what I recognized in 07. Every single instrument is the same. This is what I recognized in 08, that market created by Fibonacci sequence. In 2008, I developed the first strategy. Since 2011, I've been working with traders from beginner to hedge fund manager in US and globally, from traders who have few $1,000 account to hedge fund managers who are managing 7, 8-figure accounts. Every single trader trading different instrument, different time frame, different platform. Because once you master this, you can trade anything. Because this is the meaning of the market. Since 2007, every single one of my charts looks like this. Not one has an indicator. And this is what you will see in this webinar, the power of price action. You don't need anything else. Price is telling you very, very clearly strength, weakness, correction, rally. And Fibonacci showing you where to exit the market. And this is what this webinar all about. So, Fibonacci's inequalities are next. Difference between Fibonacci and indicators to follow. How to identify indicator-free price action on any instrument is absolutely crucial part of the webinar. How Fibonacci identifies exits independent of news, earnings, or indicators, and multiple examples from various stocks, futures, and Forex to follow. And as always, most important part of the webinar is you asking me questions. So, this is Chesapeake Energy 2008. One of the top energy companies in US, top existing, pretty much. This is S&P this morning, 5-minute chart. Do the charts look like twins? Of course they do, because price action remains exactly the same. If I will convert this chart to 15-minute, reversal zone will remain exactly the same. When price comes to Fibonacci reversal zone, it doesn't matter if it's Apple, it doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes, if it's 1 minute. Price collapses completely. And only Fibonacci can show you this in advance. This is the key, most important point about Fibonacci. It is naturally predictive. It is not delayed. This golden ratio was discovered by Leonardo Pisano in 13th century. This special mathematical sequence creates repetitive spirals and triangles which are present in nature. These exact same patterns are present in financial markets. Here's a reminder. What played out on Amazon in the last few years? Because once you know where the number 0 is, you know extremely well where market will crash. This is absolutely the most important number. This is absolutely the key. This is where sell-off starts, and this is where rally begins. 0 is the key. This is Amazon crawling to the upside. 2017, 2018 frozen at key Fibonacci resistance. Do you remember exact same example on Apple? What is Amazon showing you? Reversal zone where Amazon will sell off. Have Amazon done this? Next. Crawling higher up. Boom. Reversal zone is reached. Spectacular earnings and one of the top companies on the planet doesn't mean a thing. Fibonacci reversal zone means so much more. Just like 5 minutes on S&P you saw before, just like Chesapeake Energy in 2008. And this is what Amazon had done next. Crash, as expected. Phenomenal earnings don't mean a thing. Fibonacci reversal zone respected and Amazon sold off more than $700 per share. Reversal zone identified months in advance. Not the place to buy, the place to exit. Spectacular earnings don't mean a thing. Fibonacci reversal zone and number 0 means so much more. And this remains a key. Fibonacci is the only natural predictive tool in the markets. Alpha Fibonacci Retracement tool you see throughout the webinar identifies trend reversal areas for trade exits in advance, independent of news or indicators. Doesn't matter if it's 1 minute chart, doesn't matter if it's 5 minute chart. Whatever chart you trade, it all remains the same. Here is a reminder. Here is crawl on S&P. 5 minute chart. Sold off from reversal zone, crawling to the upside. 25.77 is a problem for more than 24 hours. What is the price showing you? 2200 is next. Price crawled up higher. In the course you learn this is not the place to buy, this is the place to exit. Just like reversal zone on Apple, just like reversal zone on Amazon. It's all the same. This is a place where you absolutely expect sell-off, and this is exactly what played out. Even this morning, no matter what you trade, not the place to buy. All identical levels, drastically different strategies. All in advance, never ever ever after the fact. Alpha Fibonacci Retracement tool identifies trend inception areas for trade entries in advance, independent of news or indicators. Shall we walk down memory lane on oil? And take a look what oil had done in the last 2 weeks. This is oil in 2016. Do you remember reversals on oil? Do you remember oil at 34? This is what oil had done next. Finding key support and rallying. No surprise. Reversal zone, not the place to short, the place to monitor for reversal. This is oil 2 years later. Skyrocket, it reached exact same place as you saw in previous 5-minute example. This is key Fibonacci target. This is a place you never ever ever enter the position. If you acquire position outside of decision point too close to reversal zone, success rate less than 20%. This is what oil does next. Reaching reversal zone. Key resistance becomes key support. 77, not the place to buy. Did oil start selling off? Of course. What do I say? 64 is out, 55 will follow. Did oil do this? Of course. It's all the same. Oil crashed as expected. This is oil now. Because Fibonacci reversal zone been reached. Not the place to buy, the place to exit. 2016 it was trend inception. This is where you monitor for long. This is where you exit and monitor for short. Number of times we had phenomenal bullish news, which did not mean a thing. Oil continued selling off. Right now, oil at key Fibonacci resistance, where oil been struggling for over a year, 2016-2017. The end of the minor trend, just like 181 on Apple. And this is oil during news in the last few weeks. This is oil. Spectacular news last week. This is oil before the news. Bullish news doesn't mean a thing. Fibonacci reversals on 1-minute chart respected exactly as on weekly. We agree? Price action remains the same. The only difference, risk management and trader psychology. Not the place to buy, the place to exit. And that's the news last week on oil. Chart is twins with weekly and monthly chart, where oil crushed for thousands and thousands of points. Price action remains the same, no matter what you trade. Only difference, risk management and trader psychology. Charts are twins. As every single chart looks identical, what is the difference? Liquidity and risk management and hold time. Do you want to hold position 5 minutes? You know Fibonacci targets minutes in advance, never ever ever after the fact. Do you want to hold daily? You know your targets days and weeks in advance. You want to trade long term? You know your targets weeks, months and years in advance. On any instrument, any time frame, any platform. And please remember, Fibonacci does not require any knowledge of math whatsoever. None. You saw the examples on weekly, monthly, 1-minute and 5-minute chart. But if I walk you down memory lane, this is S&P in 2016. Frozen in correction. 1800 number key support. Testing every single trader every single investor in the market, just like market had done recently, which we'll take a look next. What do you see in front of you? 2800 reversal zone. Expect reversal. 2 years later, price reaches reversal zone. Do you remember this? And this is what price starts doing before it reaches this reversal zone. This is 2 years later, as expected, but let's take one step at a time so you can see how spectacular election time was. 1800 number key support on monthly is trend inception on weekly. Price reaches the end of the minor trend, just like 181 on oil, just like 54 on oil, 181 on Apple, and frozen in indecision. 2300 and 2500 to follow. But monitoring for response at this level is the key. Election night, spectacular bullish rally takes off as expected. Price reaches next Fibonacci target as expected. As we joked with students in the course, you are smarter than Soros, you did not short the markets. It was very, very clear, as we discussed in class 1. Buyers fully in charge, there is no reason to short. It didn't matter if anyone won the election. What mattered? What Fibonacci in price action telling you? And this is market next. Start 2018. What do you see in front of you? You see extremely clearly 2500 key support, do not short. This is bearish correction of 2018. This is a year later. Key Fibonacci support holding the market. What do I say? This support is out, market will crush. Next. Did price do that? Of course. Had taken a while. Market in pain. Does anyone remember what price had done next? Market is flawless Fibonacci puzzle. This is what followed. Taken a while. Price reaches Fibonacci reversal zone. And this is where market rallied from. Absolutely no surprise. As expected. Not the place to short, the place to monitor for reversal. All present in the room since early 2018. Key support was crucial, no matter what you trade. Clear on that? All in advance, never ever ever after the fact. And that's the power of Fibonacci. Doesn't matter if you trade 5-minute oil, 5-minute S&P, or if you invest long term. Fibonacci shows when to enter the markets at trend inception and trend reversal areas. Fibonacci will provide ultimate accuracy for profit targets, and therefore profitability increases drastically and stress level drops drastically, no matter what you trade. Here's a reminder in day trading. Shall we review? Multiple examples, thousands and thousands of charts. Here is reversal zone on 5-minute chart. From trend inception to trend reversal. Chart identical to weekly chart on oil, weekly chart on S&P. Charts are twins. It's all the same. If I remove the name from the chart, this is twin chart with this. All the same. trend inception reversal zone monitor for long. Do not acquire into trend reversal. Respect Fibonacci support. Do not short. Drastically different behavior on the instrument. If you're a day trader, more than likely you're type A personality that has very strong technical execution. If not, simply increase the time frame you trade. And if you do, you use exact same Fibonacci levels again. Here is trend inception on 5-minute chart. Just like on oil in 2016. What is the problem? Key resistance to the upside. Fibonacci shows when not to enter the market. My favorite event last year was actually not Apple and not Amazon, it was Netflix. It was a spectacular reminder. When price comes to this Fibonacci resistance, not the place to buy. What is crucial to the downside? Key Fibonacci support. Famous 315 number. 315 had been respected on Netflix for months and months and months. 315 is out. What are we expecting? 292 and further down, correct? This is the end of the minor trend. If it's out, expect sell-off. My goodness, Netflix added 7 million subscribers. One in the world. Is it crashing? Because this is what price does when it comes to reversal zone. Not the place to enter, the place to exit. How many points did Netflix collapse after spectacular earnings? Netflix collapsed more than $140 per share, reaching key trend inception. This is Netflix in pain for months at trend inception, at reversal zone. Absolutely no news until last week. Do you remember what played out on Netflix? What did we discuss with students? Spectacular bullish rally from trend inception reached Fibonacci resistance, not the place to buy. What is crucial on Netflix next? Exact same support as it was key on Netflix when Netflix came out with spectacular earnings, 315. If you know the rules, you don't have sweaty palms and heart palpitations. You know what you're monitoring for. Another spectacular earnings, spectacular news. How many points did Netflix already collapse? As expected, 40 plus. 315 is lifeline on Netflix. Chart present in the room for over a year. How to trade these levels? You must know the rules. Speculation, never ever an option. Where Netflix sold off, no surprise, not the place to buy, the place to exit. Where buyers stepped in from, no surprise, it's a reversal zone. Expect reversal. Rules are met, take a trade. Drastically different time frame. This is daily. This is option traders' favorite time frame to trade. Hold time? A couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks. All identified in advance. Fibonacci retracements cannot be used without strict set of rules. Rules are met, take a trade. So this is very crucial component of your trading decisions. If you drive a car between two lines, you are not stressed out. You are paying attention to the cars outside of two lines. This is Fibonacci. You trade from Fibonacci levels, not into Fibonacci levels. This is how you remove stress from trading. If you understand what price action telling you, and if you understand where key targets are. Speculation, never ever an option. Crucial difference between Fibonacci versus indicators. Fibonacci natural predictive indicators are delayed. I never met predictive indicator because every single indicator is artificial. Fibonacci is natural. Every single flower, every single plant, every single wave, your reflection in the mirror is Fibonacci sequence. So is market. Flawless Fibonacci puzzle. Class 1, you lose any interest in indicators. You see very, very clearly. This is all you ever need. Price for entry and Fibonacci for exits can be used on any platform, any instrument. Fibonacci is free. You don't ever pay a fee. Students on thousands and thousands platforms all over the world, platforms I've never heard of. From MetaStocks to MT4 to Ninja to Infinity to TradeStation to Thinkorswim to Interactive Brokers. Any platform, as long as it has Fibonacci retracements, you install the tool and you apply the rules. Indicators, however, is a very different story. Every single indicator you ever found applies only to certain platform, mostly to certain instrument, and fees do vary. So please never ever ever confuse Fibonacci with indicators. If you take a look on the platform, Fibonacci found under tools. What is the key? You must know how to use this. And this is what I've done since 2007. Nothing else. Only this. As you saw on Apple, on Netflix, on Amazon, on oil, Fibonacci will override any news events. If price is close to reversal zone, not a wise decision to buy a position. That's a quote from one of the poets in the course. Fibonacci will override any earnings. Don't buy at reversal zone. Monitor for reversals. Fibonacci will override any fundamentals and most indicators. If you have indicators more accurate than Fibonacci, I would love to see that. And you can trade on any instrument, any platform, any time frame. The events of Tesla in the last 2 years are very, very powerful reminder. Reversal zone is present, not a place to buy. This is a chart from 2017. Reversal zone is reached. Tesla is sitting at key support. All sorts of crazy things, crazy news coming out about Elon Musk. No matter how much he likes or not likes smoke pot, it doesn't matter. Key Fibonacci support respected. This is a dance for the last 2 years on Tesla. Do not buy into reversal zone. Nothing else matters. Reversal zone is reached, Tesla crashing again and again and again. This is the dance, traders. And here's Tesla today. Chart present in the room for the last 2 years. Key support on Tesla, 255. Spectacular news or horrific news don't mean a thing. Fibonacci reversal zone and Fibonacci support means everything. And that's the key. Absolutely no statistics is needed. The only thing that's needed is pure price and Fibonacci. As I've shown on examples on 1 minute today, 5 minutes today, all the way to weekly, monthly on oil, S&P, and much more to come. Indicator-free pure price action tells you more about the markets than price covered with confused and lagging indicators. Here's a very powerful reminder. If you come to the website, there is a very powerful section where you can listen to students. If you listen to Brad, you can see why is he my hero? Just like complete beginner trader Pablo, who went from never pushing a button a year ago to being professional full-time trader now. Brad was making $11 in Best Buy before he took the course. See what he made last month. I have his statements. Tom, unlike Pablo or Brad, is full-time options trader, been trying for many, many years again. Every single trader, different story, different instrument, different time frame. Joseph, hedge fund manager. Every single year I'm in a couple of countries meeting with students. Recently I met with Victor. What does he trade in Switzerland? Forex. Ed in Canada trading options. Choice is yours what you want to trade. Carol in Dallas? Day trader. Phenomenal, phenomenal woman. Every single trader, different story. Different instrument, different time frame. Price action patterns are repetitive and easily identifiable, however they remain the same, no matter if it's 5-minute S&P, if it's Apple Daily, if it's Euro 4-hour chart. Let's walk down memory lane on Euro as we forgot to look on Euro. Let me remind you, the favorite chart of Forex traders, Euro in 2014. Do you remember Euro at 3900? Chart is twins with Apple, correct? This was Apple in 2018. I removed the name from the charts, you wouldn't have a clue. Is this Apple or is this Euro? Is this 5-minute or 15? Does not matter. Reversals on you exit, not enter the position. Everyone knows extremely well that Euro crashed into oblivion until it reached key Fibonacci support. Just like 315 on Netflix. Next. How long did Euro respect this level? For years. Where is Euro next? Skyrocketed from 105 2 years later until reversal zone 125. Not the place to enter, the place to exit. And this is Euro now in massive correction. What is the problem on Euro? Key resistance to the upside, 118, showing very clear weakness. Not the place to buy. In the course you learn how crucial this is. Day 1 you learn this rule. It is not complicated. So, all the same, just like Apple, just like Netflix, just like Amazon. Price action shows psychology influencing markets. Price action gives direct insight into how traders and the markets behaving every minute, every hour, every day, every week. Choice is yours. What you want to trade. So, this is how simple market is, and this is what I recognized in '07 when I started paying attention to this, because this is class 1 in any course you take. Market consists of 5 Fibonacci waves. If trend is major, 5 waves. If trend is minor, only 3. Here's a lesson on S&P in the markets today. This is how simple price is. Do not overcomplicate it. Here's wave 1. Amazing if you know how to identify. Enjoy the ride. You miss the point of entry, you do not touch wave 2. It is junk. It is counter trend. If you miss the point of entry on wave 2, enjoy the rally on wave 3. If you start buying 4 and 5, if you start entering the end of the minor trend, you're trading against yourself. This is rule number 1, where to exit the position. This is not the place to buy, and I teach you this within first class. It is not complicated, I promise. And if I convert this exact same chart to weekly on S&P, it's all the same. Take a look. How simple price is. Enjoy the ride if you want to short the market. But do not get chopped up in wave 2. It is junk. It is counter trend move. Market crashing and selling off? Absolutely no surprise. What does a knowledgeable trader know? Buyers drastically weaker than sellers. It is pretty darn important year on S&P. Identical structures 5, and if I convert this to Apple or Amazon, it's all the same. And that's a key. Look on Apple. All the same. To the upside, enjoy the ride. Do not get chopped up in counter trend. It will never work. And if you understand that, and if you're trading with trend, the sky's the limit. 5-wave formation. You know extremely well this is the place to exit, not to enter. Sell-off on Apple just begun. It is not over yet. What is Apple doing right now this morning? Frozen in correction. What is the problem on Apple? Big problem on Apple. 1 second, let me find the chart. Remains as Apple in correction. Everyone with me? This is Apple. Thank you. Means the world. So, I simply love what I do, traders. Market is flawless Fibonacci puzzle. Market is not complicated. This is what never ceased to amaze me. I work with traders that I teach exact same thing. What do you think is happening? Different performance. What do you think that matters in life? Your mindset is 80% of the decision-making process. What do I teach students? What was I teaching this morning? Don't think like majority does. What does majority do? Think. More trades, more money. And what happens next? Everyone knows. Does not work. Trader who plays by the rules applies Fibonacci levels and waits for the rules to be met. And when these rules are met, this tool gives you ultimate target accuracy, no matter what you trade. In day trading minutes and hours in advance, in position trading days, weeks, months and years in advance. So here's very powerful tool, YouTube channel traders. You come to our YouTube channel, over 2,600 subscribers and thousands of videos. Join the subscribers and view the videos, as thousands and thousands of examples throughout YouTube channel for many years, showing you how powerful price action and Fibonacci is. This tool is not a software. It is not an indicator. This tool can be installed on any instrument you choose to trade. Every single day, new traders, different platforms, choosing to trade on different instruments. Tom, the new student that you can see testimony from, he's on option view. In 8 years of working, I've never worked with trader on option view. Most option traders on Thinkorswim. I've learned about platforms I did not know exist. So, learn how to apply the tool. Keep the tool, it's yours forever, because knowledge is yours forever to keep. And if you do, you know extremely well where to enter, where to exit, and when not to touch the market. So, here's a couple of other very powerful reminders. This is VIX traders. Now, just like Netflix, just like Apple, just like Tesla, charts are twins. This is a market in the last year. This is volatility index. knowledgeable trader knows how crucial this is. But if I again look on day trading chart, 1 minute looks like VIX weekly. What is the difference? Day trader trades this, hedge fund manager trades this, both in the course now. Identical Fibonacci level keep you out of trouble, no matter what you trade. And if you understand and respect this, is anyone surprised that pound rallies? Let's take a look what pound had done, as Brexit had been fascinating, isn't it? This is key Fibonacci support, just like 315 on Netflix, just like 91 on Apple, present in the room for years. What is it showing to you? That 111 is the reversal zone, not the place to short. Taking pound 7 years to break through this level. This is pound next. No surprise. Reached reversal zone. Everyone seeing pound 2016, 2017, pound rallying. All the insanity in Britain doesn't mean a thing. Fibonacci reversal zone mean everything. Pound rally 2000 points. Why? Fibonacci reversal zone is reached. Chaos and disaster in Britain doesn't mean anything. Look what pound is doing now. What is the problem? 130. All present, all identified, years in advance. And that's the power of price action for entry and Fibonacci for exits, no matter what you trade. So if you're ready to start becoming master of the markets, join us in Fibonacci Foundations course, 6-week course with daily trading room Monday through Thursday, live online classes every Wednesday, trading education modules available 24/7 and videos available 24/7, 6-week course only $977. Where you learn foundations of the method, where you learn strategies with pure price for entry and Fibonacci for exits that you can apply to any instrument and you can trade on any platform. This appropriate for any trader, any level, from beginner to advanced trader. If you're ready to dive right into mastery, join us in 12-week mastery course, where we are Monday through Thursday in live trading room with live guided trading, with pre-market analysis, with strategy classes Monday and Thursday, Monday through Thursday, much more advanced course where you learn all the strategies that apply to any time frame, any platform, any instruments, short-term trading, long-term trading, long-term trends. $29.77. If you need to stop and restart the course, it's never a problem. Access to modules and prior course videos available 24/7. You can start viewing videos at your convenience. And if you'd like to do it all, and you would like to dive right into Fibonacci Mentorship, where I work with you one-on-one, and you have access to all group classes in foundations and mastery and all the video recordings, please contact me for details. When we work one-on-one via Skype and TeamViewer, and all the other classes you can attend at your convenience if you wish, with access to the trading room if you wish, when I work with you on the instrument of your choice, on the time frame of your choice, on the platform of your choice. This course also available for trader of any level. Traders from beginner to hedge fund manager in this course as well. So in summary, we are offering a variety of courses. Every single one of the courses appropriate for trader of any level. If you decide to take it slow and want only foundations, join us in foundations course. If you would like to go at much faster speed and you would like to master the markets, Mastery course is more complex and more advanced. But again, beginner traders have no problem in Mastery course. If you are interested in mentorship, please call or email me info@fibinstitute.com or 925-257-4298. And as always, if you are contemplating decision about course, please review and see what students have to say on SoundCloud, view thousands of videos with over 2,600 subscribers on YouTube, and read reviews on Facebook, what students have to say about course. If you visit these pages at your convenience, fibinstitute.com Fibonacci Foundations course or fibinstitute.com Fibonacci Mastery Group course, this is where you sign up. Any questions, do not hesitate to contact me 925-257-4298 or info@fibinstitute.com. Thank you, traders. Look forward working with you.